Yeah, here it is. All right.
About to say, yeah, because I have not had a chance to see this just yet, man. So, all
right.
Let's have a little fun.
You want to hear the reasoning? Well, basically, I'll just read their note here.
Okay, yeah.
I'll read
me
their
the
note,
then give me the list, and then we'll react.
This is something to consider or think about. This ranking does not consider results prior to 2011. Does not include first-time head coaches. First-time head coaches.
So what's a head coaching?
Since
head
success as a coordinator does not necessarily translate to success as a head coach. They don't have Josh McDaniels, Brian Dable, Matt Eberflus,
which is good.
Nathaniel Hackett, Mike McDaniel, Kevin O'Connell. They're not all in there.
I like that because you'll hear some outlandish stuff at times where people will try to put a coordinator who's a first-time head coach over a head coach who's already been successful in this league. And you're like, bro, are you crazy? And then you'll see that first-year guy suck and get fired in like a year. And yeah.
So I already have a problem with that note, not using results prior to 2011.
Yeah, why did they? What was the purpose?
Well, here's the thing. So this article is for 2022 coaches, how you would rank them. If this article said best head coaches over the past 10 years, that would make sense for using only results up to 2011. But if you're talking about this year, doesn't a coach's total experience play into how they are right now, even though it's not the biggest part? But I'm sure Tomlin can still pull from stuff that he learned his first couple years coaching, same with Belichick, Andy Reid. So I just find that really stupid and coincidental that 2011's like a couple years removed when we won a Super Bowl, and also the year after we went to the Super Bowl. So
it's very convenient.
There's that.
I can see that.
But anyway, the premise of the article is still coaches for 2022.
Yeah.
But it's not even Tomlin. So the Tomlin ranking's terrible, but there's other coaches where you're just going to be like, this list is bullshit. All right, so ready?
Okay.
They're tier 1 Hall of Fame coaches. Bill Belichick, John Harbaugh, Andy Reid. 1, 2, and 3.
That's it?
That's it. I told you. It gets bad. Tier 2.
No. Tier 1, you said it's Hall of Fame coaches, right?
Yeah.
You said Belichick. You said
Harbaugh.
And who was the third? You said Andy Reid?
All in the Hall of Fame, I would say.
I would agree.
They're missing some people.
I would strongly... It's 2 people off the top of my head right now that I know they're forgetting.
Who's the one that's not named Tomlin you're thinking of?
Pete Carroll?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I put him in that category.
There's a third I put in there, too.
Who are you going with?
Well, you'll see where he's ranked here.
Okay.
Number 4. This is a tier 2. Good coaches. Number 4. Cliff Kingsbury.
All right. Okay. I'm going to just see where we're going.
5. Pete Carroll.
So we got Kingsbury and Pete.
6. Matt LaFleur. 7. Kyle Shanahan. 8. Mike Vrabel. 9. Frank Reich. 10. Mike McCarthy.
Hey, son, you're forgetting a name that I have not heard.
11. Sean McVay.
Bro, what? What? Tom, is that in order?
Yes. They have the dudes that he just routed.
Sean McVay 11th on that list, and you have Matt LaFleur at what was it
6?
6?
Well, not even that. Kingsbury and Shanahan, the dudes that he routed on the way to a Super Bowl championship last year.
What success has Kingsbury had in the NFL that holds a candle to what McVay has done?
He lost a playoff game last year.
McVay's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1.
Yeah.
Come on,
this is their list,
bro.
This is whatever model they're using, spitting out this
bro.
shit.
And this is, you said since 2011, McVay done went to 2 in the past 4. 2 in the past 5 years. Well, come on, bro.
Brandon Staley at 12. 1 season. Coached 1 season and missed the playoffs.
Mike Tomlin right now, bro?
Mike Tomlin's at 13. Yeah. Mike Tomlin made the playoffs last year. I mean, if you want to go off 1 season, Mike Tomlin made the playoffs.
The past 2 years. What are we talking about? We're not going to...
I know. I'm just saying Brandon Staley only coached 1 season. Mike Tomlin's last season, the one that Brandon Staley coached in, went to the playoffs. Brandon Staley missed the playoffs.
He missed it. Yeah, you're right. They lost to Raiders. Yeah.
I didn't even go past 13, but you want me to keep going with this list?
Yo, go ahead. It's making my head hurt, bro.
14, Nick Sirianni. This is average coaches, tier 3.
So 15, Nick Sirianni is only 1 spot behind Coach T according to this list.
15, Doug Peterson. I put him in the top 10.
I would as well.
16, your boy, Sean McDermott. That's a little disrespectful.
He is low.
That's a little disrespectful. He's been average coach. They said average coach.
He's been to 2 AFC championship games. He's been to 1 AFC championship game, the divisional round twice. Yeah, and he has a wild card under there. But he has multiple playoff wins in multiple seasons. And once again, he's behind Brandon Staley. He went further in the postseason than Matt LaFleur's been. Yo, what? Am I tripping? What? Bro, y'all gotta stop this.
Lovie Smith at 17. How they pulling his data out here?
Exactly. He ain't coaching.
Hold on. Since 2015, it says 2015's last time he coached.
15? Was he in Tampa? No. Unless you're talking his collegiate ranks. Yeah, because he was in Illinois.
I don't know where he was.
He was definitely in college after he left Tampa.
They don't say. It just says head coach of an NFL team since 2015. Ron Rivera at 18. Kevin Stefanski at 19. 20, Arthur Smith. I'm sorry. Okay. 21, Todd Bowles. 22, Zach Taylor. 23, Dan Campbell.
Time out. Go back to Zach Taylor. No. You're talking about Zach Taylor of the Cincinnati Bengals, correct?
Yeah.
The Zach Taylor that just took his team to the Super Bowl, correct?
Yeah.
That Zach Taylor, right? He's only been coaching, 3 years now? Is it 3 years?
2. I think
this will be 3, right?
I think his first one was with Burrow,
his
right?
rookie year. Last year
No. He had the tank season.
The Ryan Lindley. Okay, so this would be year 4 then. He's been to a Super Bowl. Just last year he was in the Super Bowl, correct?
Yeah.
And they have him where on this list?
22.
Yo. PFF, bro, they could do it.
Dan Campbell at 23. 24, Matt Rule. 25, Dennis Allen. When did he ever coach?
Was he Washington for a little bit, right?
Oakland from 2012 to 2014.
No. And because he's in New Orleans now.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And then Robert Saleh with the Jets at 26, the last spot.
Wow.
The Sean McVay one at 11 is absolutely egregious.
Read what they said about Coach T and read what they said about McVay. Do they have any write-ups, any reasoning behind this? Yes, because
Tomlin. If this list were to consider how well a coach manages a team off the gridiron, Tomlin would undoubtedly be in the top tier. His defenses have been consistently strong, but he suffers in these rankings due to having one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL throughout his head coach tenure lead his offense without consistently elite results.
How do you gauge that?
Listen.
What?
Listen.
So we ain't have an elite offense under 7?
No, I think he is saying that.
But what? What's elite?
It was a good offense. He had a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He said it wasn't elite results though.
Right. Which I think needs to have some context because
I would agree.
Fitzgerald Toussaint fumbling in the AFC divisional was not Tomlin's fault. The injuries to AB, Bell, Shazier,
yeah, I would agree.
All that stuff is not Tomlin's fault. We had some very bad luck during the Killer Bee era.
That is just crazy that they have him rated so low. All right.
It's egregious.
And what did they say
he got to be in the Hall of Fame tier.
I would agree with that.
He's either 3 or 4 in my book.
I would agree with that.
And you know who else I'm putting in the Hall of Fame tier?
Who?
You said Pete Carroll. I agree with you there. Mm-hmm. Sean McVay's already in.
Why not?
He's already in.
Why not?
I'm sorry. He's in there. Bro, he should be in that top 5.
Bro, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, 1 in the span of, 5 years, 4 years? That's the reason why I look at Pete Carroll the same way. I'm like, bro, when you do that, you have them back-to-back, multiple that close. Yo, and at the time, y'all did it differently than the other people were doing it. How Pete Carroll did it was different during that time when he did it with Russ. And then how McVay has done it has been very different than how you're supposed to do it in today's NFL and stuff like that, man. Like, that matters. That's, wow.
Kingsbury at 4 is egregious.
Bro.
He should be in the teens,
and
probably.
Sean McDermott, that low is egregious to me as well.
I think he should be top 10. I
put McDermott in like that where they have Tomlin in that category. I put him in there, and I'm putting McVay, I'm putting Tomlin, and I'm putting Pete Carroll in the Hall of Fame category, man.
Yeah. After that, I'd probably put Vrabel in the top for good coaches.
Bro, what did they say about Cliff Kingsbury for him to be that high?
Okay. Outside of quarterback and receiver, Kingsbury has not had much to work with in terms of offensive talent in the desert, yet he still managed to make the offense hum. Unfortunately, Kingsbury has left much to be desired on the defensive side of the ball thus far. So why are you putting him at 4? Dude made 1 playoff game in the last 3 seasons.
They essentially said the exact opposite of what they said about Coach T. But yet you have him rated at, 4?
They got Kingsbury at 4. Listen, just the fact that he went 5-11? I think in Murray's first season, his first season there, 5-11, something like that. 8-8 after. Yeah, didn't they start off like 6-2? That was a collapse that season. They should have made the playoffs. Yep. And then last year, they again started to choke later in the season. Did make the playoffs, and then you got housed by the Rams. How are you number 4 based off all that? They've underachieved. I mean, it's nice that he's revamped the franchise a little bit, but they've ultimately underachieved. They should have done better his second year and also last year.
Didn't Christian Kirk just go get, 80?
Yeah, he's had talent. I don't know what he's talking about.
Didn't Chase Edmonds go get 30? Wasn't James Conner just out there and got paid? Am I missing something?
It's bad, dude. This is bad.
Am I missing something here?
You're not.
Wasn't David Johnson there his first year as well?
I don't know.
I feel like
I'll give him slack on the first year.
I'm just saying, bro. Like I don't. Defensively, you've had Chandler Jones, you've had Pat P, you've had Buda Baker. You brought in, was it Isaiah Simmons? You had T. Sills for a little bit. No. T. Sills was there. Was he there with him during that time? I don't know. I don't know if it was under him or not.
That would have been 2019.
Yeah, I don't know if that was under him or not. But still, bro.
I'm with you. I think you got to bump up Peterson, bump up McDermott. Maybe you have Zach Taylor a little bit higher in the teams or something.
Where's Pete Carroll on the list?
5.
Oh, okay.
That's not too bad.
So he's in there.
So you could even keep him at 5. Just change the Hall of Fame tier up a little bit.
Yeah.
Put Tomlin in there. Have him at 3, 4. I don't know. Maybe you'd put McVay over Tomlin just because of the recent success. But
right, because if you're talking about from 11 to now, sure, you give McVay the nod for recency. If you're talking just whole career, obviously it's Coach T. But based on the 2011 moniker, that's the part, like you said, where if you're going off of that, it's still Coach T has still had since 11, bro. He still has an AFC Championship game appearance in there. He still has multiple playoff wins during it because that counts the Killer B era. That's in that time frame.
And us going 8-8 and almost making the playoffs with Duck and Mason. Whereas Kyle Shanahan, when Jimmy G goes down, they're terrible.
Yep.
Pete Carroll, whenever Russ went down, they were terrible last year.
Yeah.
So Tomlin even showed he can keep us in the mix pretty much throughout any circumstance, and I expect that to happen again this year.
No, I would agree, man.
So that's the list. It's, I mean, absolutely great. It's laughable, honestly.
That's terrible, man.
Any list, I don't care. Because PFF's all analytical and stuff. They want to do models. Any model that you run that has Sean McVay at 11 and Mike Tomlin as 13.
That has Cliff Kingsbury ahead of McVay.
Well, that's true too.
Because they should both be boy wonder, analytical, fat, like scheme forward thought guys, right? Offense, they fit all of that model and everything like that.
Well, even Kyle Shanahan too.
Make that make sense. Like, yeah.
It just doesn't. Any list, any system that you put all these numbers in to figure out these coaches, and it has Tomlin at 11, or not Tomlin at 11, McVay at 11, and Tomlin at 13 when you're talking about head coaches. Yeah. It should just be thrown out. You should stop talking football.
See, I'm from the attitude era of wrestling. This is when I would hit them with, I got 2 words for whoever made that list. But this is a family-friendly show.
There's the list. I thought you would enjoy it. Well, you saw they didn't include Deontay a couple weeks ago in their top 32.
I definitely saw that, and I said,
there's a lot of hate going on right now.
Sense.
You know they probably got Myles Garrett over TJ Watt, whatever list comes out.
Bro, don't you do that.
I guarantee it.
Don't you do that. I know they will, but don't you do that, man.
They will. I mean, they will.
Maybe they took the TJ approach. Maybe it was scheme related. Maybe they're saying they're running a 4-3.
I don't know. Oh, tying the sack record last year has to count for something, I would think.
And less games.
Yes, less games.
Like, what are we doing,
and just having better stats literally in probably every category since they came in the league. Should count for something. Yes. It's not like he's old either.
Yeah, I just, like, what are we missing here? I feel like I'm missing something. What's the catch? Right?
I don't know. Again, Myles Garrett's not bad. He's not bad at all. He's probably second best in the league or third best in the league.
Are we saying outside linebackers is defenders? Because you know what I'm saying. If outside linebacker, he's number 2 to me. He'll be in that conversation.
He's pretty damn good. It's not a knock on him.
You're not gonna find if
it's just our guy here has been doing a little bit better.
Yeah, and like you said, we're 3-4 guys, so we side 3-4. If you're a 4-3 guy, sure, you like Myles. I get it.
Yeah. But that's the PFF list.
Crazy.